You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Sunday the 17th of August, 2025. It is 58 days after the summer solstice. It is 36 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 30th day of Thermidor, the day of the Moulin, the windmill. The sun rises today at 6:08 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:50 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:20 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 8:55 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 24 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 33% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Saturday, the 23rd of August. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the early morning, high tide, 5:26 a.m., 1 meter 31. In the late morning, low tide, 11:23 a.m., 21 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 5:52 p.m., 1 meter 62. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the backyard fig trees are laden with fruit. The largest ones are just beginning to turn soft, but aren't quite ready to pluck. In these last few years, many backyard figs have grown tremendously. With our milder winters, they are better served with the lack of hard sustained frosts. Until recently, backyard fig growers, mostly Greeks and Italians, would wrap up their trees at the end of each season to protect them from the cold. Some would even dig up the root ball, dig a long trench, and bury the tree for the winter, setting it back up in the spring. But these backyard behemoths are too big for that kind of treatment, and are clearly thriving. Commemorations. On this day in 1945, George Orwell published his novella Animal Farm, a parable about totalitarianism. On this day in 1977, the Soviet icebreaker Arctica reached the North Pole. It was the first surface ship ever to do so. The Arctica is a nuclear-powered icebreaker that was launched in 1975. She was retired in 2008 and is now moored temporarily at Atomflot, a nuclear base and dock in Murmansk. Today we remember Davy Crockett, born on this day in 1786. Often lauded as the king of the wild frontier, Crockett had an almost mythic standing in American culture through the 20th century. Not only did he help settle the middle of the continent, he was also a legislator with a fiercely independent streak. He died at the Battle of the Alamo, having joined the Americans trying to wrest Texas from Mexico. In the 1940s, 50s, and even into the 60s, the life and legend of Davy Crockett was a mainstay of American film and television. In more recent years, myths of the settlement of the West have been less popular, and he has faded somewhat from national consciousness. He remains an interesting man, however. Speaking about his refusal to pander just to win an election, he wrote this: "I would rather be beaten and be a man than to be elected and be a little puppy dog." He also wrote this: "I'm that same David Crockett, fresh from the backwoods, half horse, half alligator, a little touched with the snapping turtle, can wade the Mississippi, leap the Ohio, ride upon a streak of lightning, and slip without a scratch down a honey locust tree." We also remember today Marcus Garvey, born on this day in 1887 in Jamaica. Garvey was a contentious figure in his own time and remains so today. He was a black nationalist and a Pan-Africanist. As such, he opposed attempts at integration, preferring to chart a path of full independence and self-determination for Africans and the African diaspora. He is considered a national hero in Jamaica, and many later black leaders in Africa and the Americas have pointed to his importance in establishing unabashed black pride. Finally, today is Black Cat Appreciation Day. The observance was created in 2011 by Wayne H. Morris in honor of his sister and her 20-year-old black cat, Sinbad, both of whom died in that year. Today is a day to honor black cats and quash the foolish superstitions about them. And that is the Observatory, Sunday the 17th of August, 2025.